Okay, so let's get into the more fun stuff. And let's kick things off by creating our own logo. So here I am on the homepage, of course. And at the moment we have this logo of sorts. Of course, it's just a placeholder that says my store. Okay. But creating a logo is so important for your business, obviously. Now, I say obviously, but it's also incredible how many people don't really bother with a logo, or if they create a logo, a really bad one. Creating a logo, as you're going to see, is not hard, and it's such an essential part of your business. It is, at the end of the day, a fundamental part of your brand. And your brand going forward, as you build this business out over the years, is key to building trust with your customers. I talked about trust being so important a couple of lectures ago in order to create that connection with your customers and to build a solid sales stream. So a logo is a small part of that, okay? A small but essential part of that whole trust building process. Now, when it comes to creating your logo, you might be a gifted graphic designer, but my guess is that most of the people who are taking this course aren't. I mean, I'm certainly not, that's for sure. So if you are a gifted graphic designer, then that's fantastic. You've probably got some fantastic tools already that you can go ahead and create your own logo. But for the rest of us, we need to find other solutions. And luckily, there are two really great solutions that I want to share with you right now. Now, the first one is to get somebody else to do it, okay? It's really not that expensive to get somebody else to design you a logo. And there are a host of services out there these days. One of them, which I'm sure you're familiar with, which is Fiverr, okay? So 52rs.com. This site has been around now for, it's got to be 10 plus years. It started out with everything being $5. Now it seems that $5 is the entry level price, but nevertheless, it's amazing how much cheap and good stuff you can get done on this site for a very low fee. And logo design is no exception. So where we have this search engine here, I can type in here logo design and click on search. And when it pulls back the results, you can see that there are at this point 188,756 services available. Now, not all of them are going to be logo designers, but there are an awful lot. And if we scroll down here, I'm not going to spend too much time here, but you can see that there are plenty. Okay, I will make you a professional logo design, $26, for example. Okay, 4.9 stars and over 1,000 reviews. That could be, for example, a very nice start. So the point being here that within just, let's say, a few minutes, you can probably find somebody to create a logo for you at a very low cost. Now, if you don't want any cost at all, then that would be great. A big part of this course is really getting your business up and running with the minimal amount of investment. Okay, I talked briefly a couple of lectures ago about this big section that I have on traffic, free traffic, which is typically the most expensive part of any business, is building your traffic. That part's going to be free, okay? And I like to focus as much as I can, especially when you're getting started, so that you can get the biggest bang for your buck, so you don't have to invest huge sums of money before you see any kind of results. So this is no exception. So we've got a very low cost here, logo design possibility, but we can also go for free, and we can use this tool here, which is Canva, canva.com. Another tool that I've been using for years. And this is a point and click logo design piece of software online, which again, super powerful and very easy to use. All you're going to do is come over here, click on this sign up thing here and sign up. Completely free, as I say. There are paying parts, but you don't need them to create a logo, especially at this stage. Now, I've already got an account, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in, and then I'll see you on the other side once I've done that. And then what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and create a logo for the site. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see straight away, there's a lot of stuff going on here, okay? I want to take you, as ever, to the point that really matters. So over here, draw your attention to logo. So I want you to click on logo. And that's going to bring up this very nice logo designer software. Now, just before we get into creating the logo itself, I want to say that at this point, I'm going to start creating a store around dog products. Okay, that's going to be my store. The reason for that is because I've been teaching for many, many years, and I always use that, if I'm perfectly honest. If you've done any of my other courses in the past, you'll know that I often use the dog store concept for teaching. It just works really well. Okay, to be honest, everybody knows what a dog is and everybody has an affinity toward dogs, so it's great for teaching. Now, that doesn't mean, from your point of view, you now need to start thinking about exactly what your store's going to do. Okay, you don't. We're still too early with that stage. Having said that, if you've got a particular passion of things that you might want to sell, okay, some sort of interest of yours, some kind of hobby, something you really enjoy doing, you might want to start thinking about possibly selling products in that area. It can often help if you already have an interest that you could maybe capitalize on to build out a great business. Now, if you don't, or you're unsure, then please don't worry. You can simply create a general store, and therefore you can create a very generic logo. Okay, just something really simple, because you can always change it later. You're going to see now how simple and easy it is to create a logo, and then you can very easily therefore come back and edit it, delete it, create a new one at any time. And let's not forget, it's all for free. So with all that in mind, what I'm going to do here in this search bar up in the top here is I'm going to type in dog. Okay, so I'm going to type in dog here and then click on search. And it's going to bring up a whole load of pre-made logos, believe it or not, to do with dogs, which is great. So I'm off to a flying start. So you can see all of these, right? I haven't done anything. And these look great. Yeah, many of these look really, really great. Now, as I come down here, you're going to see that some of them have got, for example, the word pro next to it. Pro there, pro there. That means it's paying. Okay, so those are the ones, unless you do want to pay. Normally it's a very affordable fee, but as I said, I'm looking to do this for free for the moment. Those are the ones that are paying, and those that don't have pro are therefore for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here. Okay, this is going to be my one. Now I've clicked on it, and already you can see that it's now sitting here on the right hand side. This is my editor. I can now play with this very easily to make it fit for my store. So let's start doing exactly that. So first of all, the name, okay, it's called Furfect in this. Now I'm going to call my business The Dog Adorers, okay? I know it's not brilliant, but I hope you get the idea that I'm just trying to portray at this stage. So let's change Furfect to The Dog Adorers. So all I need to do for that is to select it, double click on it, and then just simply start typing, right? So The Dog Adorers. Now this font here is obviously looking a bit odd, so I can then go up here to the top here and change the font. So let's imagine I choose Montserrat and I make it a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to move it up a bit, so I just grab it and put it up like this. Then let's select the grooming salon. Let's move that down to here. All right, you can see how simple this is. And let's say I now want to make that a bit bigger. So let's increase the font until we get it to a size that starts to make a bit more sense. Now the line spacing's not great, so I could reduce that. So here's the line spacing here. So I could slide this down or up. See that? Okay, I'm just really just demonstrating this software. You can see the power of it. It's great, right? It's really fun to do this. So let's imagine that we're more or less happy with that. Now I might want to centralize it a bit as well. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. So now let me just put it where I want it. Okay, The Dog Adorers. Then of course we want to change grooming salon. We're not a grooming salon, okay? I'm selling dog products. So I'm going to call mine, I'm going to call it the One Stop Dog Shop. All right. That was just literally off the top of my head. Maybe it's a bit of a mouthful, but nevertheless, that's what I'm going to call it. Okay, the One Stop Dog Shop. Even I can't say it that well. Right. So let's put it here now, so it aligns nicely with the bottom. And I think I'm going to change the font as well to Montserrat. That just looks kind of quite cool, right? A bit clearer. So now, in just a few clicks, you can see that I've got a really great looking logo. And you probably sense that this isn't something I rehearsed. I'm just literally going through the motions. I did it exactly like this because I want you to see how easy it is. It's not like I've done loads of takes to do this. I'm doing this in real time. And in just a matter of minutes, I more or less got my logo done. Now, the last part I want to do is just change this background here. So I don't like this background color. So if I click on this, you see this square up here. If I click on this, I can now select some different background colors. And I'm going to go for white. Okay, I like the white. You can then see that the one stock dog shop looks a bit too gray now. So let's make that a different color. So that's going to be up here. Let's make that black. Okay. And to be honest, I'm really happy with that. That's now going to be my logo. So the only thing I need to do now is to download it onto my own PC or Mac or whatever you have so that I now actually have it. So in order to do that, I just go up to the share button here, click on this share button. You can see there's a download option. So click on download. You can leave all the defaults as is and then just click on the download button. You can now see that it has been completed. So I now have this, and what I'm going to show you in a few lectures time is how to add this to the store. But in the meantime, I would really encourage you to create your own logo using this software. It is, as I keep saying, really fun to use. Now, even though I've downloaded it, I can, of course, log back into Canva at any time and it's going to be there. So I can edit it. All right. So just to say that it's always there within the software. So have fun putting your logo together, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture.